me a thing, how I got her, how I did it, yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait, need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I?
I heard the flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Yeah, the sun can't touch me, got a brand new visor, yeah. You friend smart, but my bud's wiser, yeah. Get the job done like the equalizer. And I'ma grab another drink, cause tonight I'ma die like Michael Phelps. Hey, diving in this pool, I don't know what would help. Hey, I'm just telling you the truth. I heard the flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Get it triumphant, look, let's bump it. Don't mind me seizing the moment, energy up my body burning. My stomach keep on turning, stop moving, I can't control it. On my last breath and I can't hold it, you gotta give it all I got. This for the ones that think I'm joking. This for real, lightweight bust off half a. Yeah, I'm sweating, baby. Must be all them happy meals. I don't know how happy feels, but damn, I'm trying to find out. Say I got sex appeal. I think it's cause I work that gun. I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none. I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's split. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's split. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again.
Today, from London, England, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports. We'll see Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons taking on Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Atlanta Falcons.
Chris Boswell Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway here in London.
Fielded in the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Play action, Ryan. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They go play action now, Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Ryan's pass intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Eric Ebron, 28 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. Still going inside the 30. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And he connects with Vance McDonald. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Now on 2nd and 16. Roethlisberger.
Completion here to Claypool.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time. And he's in. touchdown, Steelers. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Shifts by him. There he goes left side. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They're down 15-0 here already, needing to jumpstart this offense. 1st and 10. Now Ryan. They'll roll him out right. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he fires one that's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Able to hit his target, Claypool. Legs, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Powell on the return. Now with him and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Well, partner, time to start thinking about dinner plans after this one. I don't want to write him off first quarter, but my goodness, the offense clicking like this and a 4-score lead.
We are programmed to not get to that stage, right? To not think that way, but you can't help it. They look like sheer perfection right now with those 4 scores this early. Let's see if they can keep it up, and let's see if there's any way possible they can be slowed down.
And right now, I don't see any signs of them being slowed down. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. And, boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
24-yard line.
Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. 1 play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Joe Hayden on the coverage.
Now Ryan. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 55 yards. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get too closer here on the fake extra point. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown.
Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Falcons grab it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
What part do they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble.
Yet again, Ryan is intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
There's been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
The intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels. And that'll bring up second down.
It's second down and 10.
They go draw play. This is Samuels. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
No gain on the play.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. They'll look to run with Conner. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard.
They'll try to run it. This is Conner. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. From the shotgun is Roethlisberger.
The 2-point conversion.
And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Ryan. A slant to Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Hayden Hurst, 37 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, sings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is down to 24.
39. Falcons 15. Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Deontay Johnson on the return.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
At the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On the counter, it's Conner. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there. After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards.
And look at this. It's a fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
Jones.
When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. To throw is Ryan. To the right side and complete to Hurst.
Hayden Hurst.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Falcons grab it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Looking deep for Julio. And this one is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Thus far, they haven't been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, on the way down at the 6. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Falcons cut into that lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. His pass caught at the 4.
The conversion is no good on the fake extra point.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare him?
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hole, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
1st and 10.
Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
Roethlisberger's pass.
Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 54 yards away. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the 2nd half. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
39-yard line.
The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. Unable to corral him. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, 39 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Boswell good with the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all of this.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
Ben Roethlisberger sacked.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Here's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score.
Touchdown, Steelers.
The offenses have success. You could say they've run wild a little bit. Time for the defenses to get into the act, and one does here.
Nothing like a little bit of revenge for the defense. They've had to deal with it all game long. Both offenses going up and down the field. How about it when they take the ball away and take it to the other end zone?
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Taken in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1-yard line.
Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Falcons. First and 10 at the...
They go play action with Ryan. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley, a touchdown machine. He scores from a yard out. And the Falcons get a bit closer. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Koo now for the point after. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
They'll run on first down. Connor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Damontae Kazee.
Damontae Kazee.
They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 29.
That's good.
A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 49 yards. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for Calvin Ridley. Incomplete. It's now
here's second and 10 now from the 29.
Yeah, let's get second.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan looking for the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 29 yards. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catchers, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. This is caught, and he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get too closer here on the fake extra point. Now following the touchdown, Hofrichter to kick off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the...
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Falcons grab it. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every...
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Looking left side, he's got it complete.
The conversion is...
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Now following the touchdown, Hofrichter to kick off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the 4th, they got to be careful.
Well, they definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Completion here to Claypool. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they... practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another.
And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those two TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And my goodness, another interception. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. The throw over the middle, taken in, and they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Complete to Deontay Johnson. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Conner. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll move the chains. He finds his tight end, Gentry. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 24-44. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Now Ryan leading the Falcons up to go for 2. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down. With this deficit, he might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Short kick. One of the up men will take it now. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Again, a run with Connor. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Now they go screen. It's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. On 1st down, it's Connor. And shutting him off, now open field. The 40. He's at the 30. 10,
I'm the best in the game.
and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. Put a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say cheerio from London.
party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. I shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle 'cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round.
Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like
work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out.
Panic cameras to the middle of the dance floor. I think there's something going down. Shorty packing goods like a transport, and I ain't never seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit, round like a b-ball. 23 Jordan, dunking on default. Automatic forces attract me to females. I look this gorgeous. How did you even come in existence? Hey, or did you just appear out in an instance? You got me all driven, revving my pistons. I wonder if she like the stick shift. Ay, count it 4 and make a wish. I wish that shorty keep it lit, 'cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound a light switch.
go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like
work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work out, work out.
Tonight, from Estadio Azteca in Mexico City, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens.
Harrison Butker set to get us started. It's two AFC powerhouses, the Chiefs and Ravens, underway in Baltimore.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson. He'll buy some time right.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Nice job by Juan Thornhill there to get a hand in and break up the play.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready.
Now Brown, oh, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown.
Touchdown!
And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. could bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From the 10. Now a hit and a loose football.
Fumbled on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Jackson on 1st down. He's going deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. They go play action here on 1st down.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Intercepted. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 92 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And he had to be pleased at the start of the last drive. The offense was moving, but certainly not pleased at the end result, an interception.
And every team we ever talk to, at some point in the conversation, the coach, player, someone talks about, you know, we've got to finish. We've got to finish off drives, finish off the game. There's an example there of not finishing, doing everything right, but not getting the result that you need.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Baltimore Raven. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Tackle made there by Frank Clark. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 23-yard run. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First catch on that one for Kelce, and it's a first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a quarterback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
One good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. DeMarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. But it's gonna be second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. The 20. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 50 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Oh, good return up past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead. 69 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability.
For the extra point.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Good on the fake extra point.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different.
Touchdown, Chiefs! Mecole Hardman.
Touchdown!
I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to to 14.
To kick off for Kansas City.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw.
Flush to his right. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. From the gun, it's Jackson rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
A quick slant to Hill.
Oh, yeah, oh,
and
yeah.
all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. That is a dangerous combination right there as we are learning quickly. Mahomes to Hill.
And think about the number of ways that they are dangerous, because Hill can run past anyone, so he can throw it all the way downfield to him. But also on the shorter catches, as we saw here, catch it underneath, catch it in front of someone, he makes a move or uses his speed, and he's still gone. Either way, he can go the distance.
And either way, good luck.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
With the football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. A gain there of 21 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Loss of a yard.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson.
The 43-yard line.
And his throw is incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage.
And Andrews lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his Steelers are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
A fumble on the play. Recovered.
There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. Now a hit and a loose football.
A fumble on the play. Recovered by the Ravens.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
And the ball is knocked out. And the Ravens have got it. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. From the gun, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 37 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He's over 300 yards passing already. How high can he go? To find out, let's kick it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
37-yard line.
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
He'll set up to throw from the gun.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
It's second down and 10.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on, because right now he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
His first catch of this third quarter, he had 7 in the first half. It's also a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And again, it's Mahomes rolling to his left. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. This is caught. Watkins. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes with a touchdown pass to Sammy Watkins as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Hey, if y'all can hear me on this, let me know if y'all can hear me.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
Hello, everyone.
How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just
out of
make
here.
a joke.
There you go.
All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. To throw is Jackson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Dobbins hit and he fumbles. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
Dobbins is the ball carrier.
That boy need to go sit his ass on the pitch.
Recovered by the Chiefs.
He allergic to holding the ball.
The Chiefs offense about...
Oh, he went to go. Oh, Mark Ingram's gonna make a difference.
Set to begin this drive. The last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
So now you guys, if you don't really know football, I really love
Play action. Now it's Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. Looking for Hill again. This time it's complete. There he goes right side. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 92 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away, but no.
And this is going to be intercepted. Mahomes picked by his ex-teammate Marcus Peters. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly.
There goes Mark Ingram. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram, 72 yards. And the Ravens are able to make things a bit more respectable. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. Through an opening, and there he goes. We live for this. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
I would drop 75 points in
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he was really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 1.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Edwards-Helaire. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 49 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Fields this way up into 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
That's good.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 53 yards.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens, they claw one back. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to be set up with excellent field position past the 45.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. 12 yards there and a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he coughed it up, and the Ravens have got it.
A fumble on the play. Recovered by the Ravens.
The Ravens ready to take over.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want...
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The sack by Justin Ellis.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
A gain of 6 yards.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Going to let one fly, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They run the option here on 1st and 10. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Well, there's 2 sides here. I guess you could pinpoint and look at the offense and say, oh, man, what a disaster. Hey, the defense, though, they came through.
Preparation's the key to everything. And when you're on the defensive side of the ball and in special teams meetings, you prepare for plays like this. And in this case, they were actually able to win it.
On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away. And that will go out of the back of the end zone. Way too much mustard. Not a good punt, and it will come out to the 20. Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. Fancy footwork at the 45. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd down and 9.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs.
My swag right there.
That might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown.
Touchdown, Chiefs.
And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for one, maybe 2 more plays. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I would.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Tonight's final score, Chiefs 7.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.